So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Figurized Standard Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta model kit. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for the Figurized Standard DBZ line. On the front of the box says Dragon Ball GT, Figurized Standard, Funimation, Toei Animation. We do get a very cool image of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then we do get an image of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta figures. The bottom says Plastic Model Kit, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Bandai. And then the bottom of the box has a bunch of cool poses you can get the figure into along with the accessories. And then the top of the box on the left side, we do get a little bio of the Super Saiyan 4 form. And then in the middle shows some of the other figures in the line. Then we do have the barcode and blah 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 stuff that nobody cares about. And then here's the one side of the box looking pretty awesome. Very nice pose there. And the other side of the box, pretty much same thing, just a different image of Vegeta. Then we do get the warning and blah 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 label. And then the back of the box has nothing on it at all. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Alright, so right when you open the box, we do have the instruction manual on how to put this model kit together. So we do get that, then we do get 4 different bags. We get the one with his hair and faces. Then we do get the other one with his pants and feet and stuff. Then we do get this one here with his hands and stand. And then we do get the last one here with the blast effects and his tail. And if you would like to see me speed build this model kit, it should pop up right around here. Plus I will put the link in the description below. But anyway, let's continue on. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Bandai did a great job with another model kit in their Dragon Ball line. This Vegeta really looks awesome. I don't think it's as good as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and that's because I've noticed a few issues with this Vegeta. One of them is the back part of the hair just isn't pegged in that secure, and it just comes out way too easily and pops off all the time, and it just gets really irritating. So I don't know if that's just with mine or if a lot of people have the same issue with their Vegeta. And then the neck joints are a little loose on my Vegeta figure as well, as you can see. I don't know if it's because the back of the hair is too heavy for those joints, but I didn't have that issue with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so that's another issue. And then the last main issue here is his left leg joint, moving it out to the side, is horribly loose. That is pretty bad. So, I mean, once you go out about 45 degrees, it stays, but anything under that 45 degrees, it's just goes right back into place, and that's something that irritates the hell out of me, which is loose joints. So those are a few issues I noticed with this Vegeta. Other than that, I think they did a great job with the detail. It's just mostly all sculpt and stickers. There is no paint, which is known about these model kits. But the face sculpt looks great, looks just like Vegeta. Nice sculpt around the mouth, the nose, and between the eyes, above the eyebrows and everything. And I love the way you put the eyes on these model kits. I think Bandai really did they thought of a great idea of how to connect the eyes on these figures. So you take the pupil color, which is the same thing as the Goku, which is that green, and then you take a separate piece, which is red, connect that onto it, then the white, connect that onto it, and then the brown, you connect that onto it, and then you take that piece and you peg it into the back of his face, and then once you see how the eyes look on the face, it just looks incredible. And I think it looks way better compared to SH Figuarts, the way they do the eyes on their figures. It looks like they're sculpted, but they're not. It's just a bunch of pieces you connect and then peg into the back of the face, and they just come out looking great. So I love the way Bandai does that with these model kits. And then the hair sculpt looks pretty good. I do love all the sculpted lines all throughout the hair, so I think that looks pretty dope. I just never been a fan of Vegeta's hair for his Super Saiyan form. I always thought it looked a little odd compared to Goku's, because Goku's hair it's all wacky, but it has a cool look to it. Vegeta's kind of looks like a damn mullet, like a weird mullet. But other than that, they did a nice job with the sculpt of the hair. The torso looks good. We get the collarbone sculpted on there. The shoulders look good, so good job with that. The chest and the midsection piece are separate pieces that you pop in, and they blend in really well onto the red fur, so I like the way that looks, and very nice sculpt work all throughout the red fur, just like with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, same with on the back there. And if you know how to customize and you're good at painting, I highly recommend adding like paint shading onto these figures, because they would just look that much better displayed on your shelf, having a little bit of paint added onto these. The arms look good, very nice sculpt all throughout them. The bicep is a separate piece that you peg on there, and it blends in so good you can't even tell, so I really love the way they did that. The lower arm looks good, the elbow joints look alright, the gloves look pretty good, nice sculpt work all throughout them. We get a little bit of sculpted wrinkles on them, so that looks pretty cool. And then the legs here, well, the waist, the belt is a sticker, which is something I hate about these model kits. I mean, it doesn't look too bad if you line it up properly, but I'd say just paint it on if you're good at painting, or I would rather them just give you separate pieces that you peg into there, because I think that would just look so much better compared to some cheap stickers. And then the legs here, very nice sculpt on the muscle definition there, so good job with that. There's the back of them. And then the tail looks pretty good. Same sculpt as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku tail, just we get red for Vegeta. So good job on the tail there. And I love the way the knee joints look on these figures too. They did a good job with Vegeta's as well. Good job with that. And then the lower legs look good. Nice sculpt around the boots. We got a bunch of sculpted wrinkles all throughout them, so I like the way that looks as well. And then even on the ankle joints, they sculpted wrinkles all throughout them also, and I love the way that looks as well. And then the feet look alright. We do have those ugly stickers. Like I said, if you know how to paint, don't even put on the stickers and just paint the yellow with the black line on there. Same with on the back, because I just hate the way the stickers look. To me, it just makes the figure look more cheap, you know what I mean? I mean, if you line them up properly, they don't look that bad, but like I said, I'm not a fan of them. And then the bottom of the feet, we do get some treads sculpted on there, which look pretty cool. So overall, I think they did a pretty damn good job with this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta model kit. Yeah, there is a few issues, but I think the sculpt overall really looks very well done on this piece, and I'm pretty damn satisfied with it. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we pretty much get the same amount of stuff that we got with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So we do get a basic stand for the Figurized standard line here, and you can either shorten it or extend it. Take the top piece, just pop that out, and then you can put it in 5 slots. The bottom right here, then at the middle, then here, and then at the top. So you can shorten it or extend it. So I like how you could do that. We do have a peg at the top, which is on hinge, so you can hinge that back and forth. And then we do get the same type of piece here that we got with Goku. And all you do is just peg that on the back of Vegeta right below his waist, and then you just peg the stand into that, and then you could have Vegeta using the flight stand. So I do like that they add that with these figures as well. So we do get those, and then we also get a green energy blast effect, and this thing actually looks pretty damn dope. I love the green translucent plastic, and we get some great sculpt work all throughout it, and I really love these blast effects that they include with these Figurized model kits. The end of it looks dope, very nice sculpt all throughout it, and then even throughout the blast effect, very nice sculpt. Very cool looking. Then the other end, there's another piece that you peg in there, and that looks pretty cool. That little added piece in there. It's a very cool blast effect here. Then there is a peg hole right here, so you can peg the stand on it, like so. So we do get the blast effect. And then we also get the green energy sphere, and once again, nice green translucent plastic, very nice sculpt all throughout the sphere, and then nice sculpt on these pieces extending out. And I did break a couple on mine, so I had to super glue them on, but very cool energy sphere to include with Vegeta. And then it does have a peg hole right here, so you can peg this one into the stand as well. So we do get those 2 effect pieces, and then we also get 2 interchangeable faces. So we do get this one here that we took a look at before, the smirking, smiling face, which is my favorite out of the 2, and like I said before, great job with the sculpt. And then the eyes just really look great on these model kits, so very good job on the smirking, smiling face. And then we do get the yelling, screaming face here. Nice sculpt all throughout it. And once again, the eyes just look great on these figures. I love the way you put them together and then pop them on the back of the face. And you can do the same thing with the teeth, but with the teeth, you do get a red sticker for the tongue, which I'm not a fan of stickers, but it actually looks pretty good on this face here. So we do get those 2 interchangeable faces, and the way you switch out Vegeta's faces is very simple. Just pop it on like so, and when you want to switch it out, just pull it off. So very simple to interchange the faces. So we do get those, and then we finally get 6 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, and these just look okay. You know what it is? They didn't sculpt the side of the hands again, just like the Kid Buu, and I just find that kind of lazy, actually. I mean, the fingers look good, nice sculpt on the fingers and the knuckles, but the side of the hands just look crappy. But all the hands are very simple to interchange. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we also get a pair of these open type blasting hands, or you could just say Kamehameha type hands. And I think they're the same ones as the Goku, just gray instead of the skin tone color. And they did a nice job sculpting these. So good job on these open hands here. And then finally we get the nose picking hands. I know you all know it's their fusion hands, but very good job with the sculpt on these. Same thing as the Goku, just gray, and then we do have that chunk of plastic missing in the middle of the hand, which looks a little odd. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. To the top of his head, it looks like he stands around 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. Then to the top of his hair, it looks like he stands a little bit over 6.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the Figurized Standard Kid Buu, the Figurized Standard Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the SH Figuarts San Diego Comic-Con Frieza Saga Goku, and the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta, the SH Figuarts Saiyan Armor Trunks, and the SH Figuarts Premium Color Future Trunks. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures, and Dragon Ball Super as well. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for all the articulation, and don't forget these are model kits, so you have to be a little more careful when you articulate these, or pieces are going to come apart and unpeg and stuff like that. So just be a little more careful when you articulate these model kits. So we do get 2 points at the neck. The upper neck joint only goes up and down a tiny bit, so Vegeta looks down about that much and then up about that much. Does get hindered by his mullety hair. We do have some pretty good pivot there, and then it also swivels. The lower neck joint is just a hinge, so it just moves forward and back. So with both joints, Vegeta looks down that much, and both joints he looks up about that much. So okay movement at both the neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso under the chest, and just like the Goku, very minimal forward and back movement, but we do get better pivot at that torso and then slight swivel. Then with the waist here, just like Goku, you can shift it up a little bit so you get more movement out of the waist. So it does go forward about that much, and with both joints, it really just crunches forward that much, and then with both joints, he actually goes back a lot more. And then we do get alright pivot there, and then it does swivel. Then when you're done with that joint, just pop it back down into place. Then for the arms here, we do have a butterfly type joint, so you can move the arm forward and back. And then you can shift the arm joint out, and you can get a nice circular motion out of the arm there, and then the arms go out to the sides almost all the way up, so that's pretty good. And then they do go up and down. We do have the bicep swivel, and then we have a single bend at the elbow that bends in a little bit more than 90 degrees. Then you can shift the joints out a little bit, and you get a little more range with that elbow articulation there, so I do like how they added that in there. Then we just have a ball peg at the wrist here, so it does swivel. And then you can move the joint all around. So nice movement throughout the entire arm. And then the tail is also on a ball joint, so it does swivel, and you can move it all around as well. Now for the legs here, they do shift down a pretty good amount, and they can actually move up a tiny bit as well. And then Vegeta can kick forward about 90 degrees, and then goes to the back, actually a decent amount, and then kicks out to the side, a little more than 90 degrees. Then we do get very nice swivel there. Then we have a single bend at the knee that bends back a little more than 90 degrees. And for the ankles here, the boot cut does not swivel, but it does swivel at the ankle. Hinges up just a tiny bit, then hinges down a pretty good amount. And then we do get some decent pivot out of the ankle there. So overall, I think we get some nice movement with this Vegeta. Not as good as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but I still think you're going to be able to get him in some pretty good Vegeta poses. And I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Bandai Figurized Standard Model Kit Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an even 7. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, you could check out agelessgeeks.com, and if he doesn't have this in stock, there's plenty of places you can buy these model kits from. But if you do purchase something from Ageless Geeks, don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil to get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Then we do get an image of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta figures. Then we do get an image of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta figures. Then on the bottom says blah 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 and blah 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 blah. It does have a little bio on the left side of the Super Saiyan 4 form. Then it does show the Super Saiyan 4 form. Then it does show damn it, not again. Not again. The Figurized Standard Kid Buu, oh shit. Are gonna pop off or unpeg or something like that, so just be a little more cautious. Wow, that was very New Yorkian. And then the waist, just like the Goku, can shift up. Whoops, I ripped the figure apart. It is 3 separate pieces. If you saw my speed-filled video.